In this tutorial we're going to look at split shot and their corresponding sizes and numbers. When you first start out in fishing it can be quite difficult to get your head around all this, but hopefully we'll shed some light on the differences between all these shots. You can see we've got a line of shot here corresponding from a big one to the very, very small. Now the one at the top, which is where we'll start, is called an SSG, sometimes called a swan shot. Now the next one below that is an AA. Now an AA is half the size of a SSG. So if I put two of those together, it's the same weight as one of those. So 2 AAs equals 1 SSG. The next one down is a BB, which is half the weight of an AA. So 2 BBs equals 1 AA. The next one is a number 4, which is half the weight of a BB. So 2 number 4s equals 1 BB. The next one is a number 6, which is half the weight of a number 4. So 2 number 6s equals 1 number 4. Next one is a number 8, which is half the weight of a number 6. So 2 number 8s equals 1 number 6. The next one is a number 10, which is half the weight of a number 8. So 2 number 10s is the same weight as 1 number 8. And the last one, which is the very smallest, is a number 12, which is half the weight of a number 10. So 2 number 12s will equal the same weight as 1 number 10. So you can see by knowing all this and putting this to memory, you can work out what shots you'll need to shot your floats. You can break each shot down into smaller pieces, smaller sizes, to get your droppers and to work out how your droppers and all the intermediate shots and your bulk shot correspond to make up the exact right weight, correct weight to shot your float. In the next bit we're going to look at the difference between stots and split shot. We're going to talk a little bit about shots and split shot and the difference between the two. These two shots in the picture are both the same size, but they're slightly different in shape. So why do we need the two different types? First of all, the stot is kind of square with a slot that runs down the middle, or groove, and the other one, if I can get hold of it, is a more traditional split shot with a groove cut into it. I hope you can see that. It's a bit tricky. Anyway, so those are the two. So why do we need the two different types? Well, starting with the split shot, I would use a split shot for lighter lines for smaller fish, purely because they're quite tricky to get on lines anything over 5 pounds. Not only that, when a thicker line stretches, it tends to ping these off and you end up losing weights and your float is not sat right, it's undershotted, and you're constantly putting new shots on if you're catching larger fish. And that's where the stot comes in. Because of the longer groove, it tends to grip the line better and doesn't tend to fly off. They do tend to move around a bit on the line, so a good tip is every time you catch a fish, just check where your shot is sat on your rig, whether it's a float rod or a pole rig. They do tend to move around, particularly against the rim of the landing net when you've got a large carp. So it's worthwhile checking the position of your shots or stots. But yeah, so the difference between the two, a stot is less streamlined but grips the line better. It can hang on better with larger fish with thicker lines, and a split shot will grip thinner lines better, and I use it for smaller fish, silverfish, or on rivers because it's round shaped and more streamlined. So that's the basic difference between the two.